flyers tonight. Just so y'all know, this is this man's first time ever doing comedy.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
You really can't hear me.
No, I'm just heckling.
This is this man's first time doing comedy. Just so you know, HBO has tried to get him. Comedy Central has tried to get him. He was there for. They wanted him there for the Bieber Rose, but he said no.
Comedy Def Jam. Def Jam.
Tonight, at Cup of the Irish, Jeff Cohen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Def Jam. The only Irish Jew I know.
How's it going, everybody? Thanks for Cup of the Irish for hosting this event.
Say hi to Homer.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. For some of you, we're still waiting.
Yeah. That was a joke.
That's a joke. Yeah.
First one!
Thank you for Cup of the Irish for not obligating me to accept any payment or tips whatsoever. Phone off. That's to worry about. Some of you don't know, I'm from Dublin. One night my mom was doubling over and my dad went in for the kill.
Yeah! That's right. Giggity, giggity. Where'd the other happy end up?
Pretty good, Jeff.
Yeah.
Most of you know I'm a cancer survivor.
Screw cancer!
Way to cheer for cancer.
Saved a ton of times.
Way to go. I just had my yearly checkup, and I'm pleased to announce I still get to keep the other one.
Yeah!
Huzzah!
That's nuts. He's a comedian.
I just warn you guys, be careful saying I did my right nut, because I did. You know what happened? I got a bunch of medical bills for it. Not only did I lose a member of the Quagmire Fertilization Club, but I paid the doctor's monthly beach house payment also.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
He thanked me afterwards because his wife's birthday was coming up, and now he had a new charm for her Pandora bracelet. So not only does she love horses, tennis, and golf, she's also a huge fan of nutcrackers too. Fake laugh from Thibodeau. That's a fake laugh. That's a fake laugh. I'm stalling so I can remember my next bit. Yeah,
It was funny.
and like you said, I had my yearly checkup, and this was up in Gainesville, and there was a screw up. Because part of what they do is they take a blood test every year. And there was a little screw up because the lab didn't want to do one of the blood tests because it's used for pregnant women. But if you're not pregnant, they use the test to check for a certain kind of tumor marker. So they didn't want to take the test. So I get up there to the doctor's office, I drive all the way up there, miss a day of work, and they say, hey, you have to take these blood tests before we can give you your complete picture for your checkup. So I go racing around, finding the nearest lab that our insurance takes in Gainesville. It was a really bad part of town. I mean, everybody's wearing FSU jerseys.
That's funny because FSU sucks.
Go Noles, baby!
And I'm getting ready to walk into this place, and there's a guy walking up carrying a tray holding like 5 coffees. And he's got like a crew cut, there's a really long beard, and I'm thinking, how about some consistency with the body hair, you know what I'm talking about? But he says, hey, you going in there? And I say, yeah, sure, I'll hold the door for you, because I figure either he works there, or he's delivering coffee. This mofo walks in there, gives the coffee to the staff, signs in to be seen as a patient right in front of me. I'm like, really, dude? That's not how it's supposed to work, right? So, it's my turn. They call me back there, and the lady also, she almost didn't want to take the one test because she said, oh, this must be a mistake because it's for pregnant women. I said, no, you have to take the test because I drove all the way here. So she took the test. She took the test, and the results are in. And by the way, Becca, we're having a boy.
Yeah!
I got it.
Dude, I thought you was lying about calling in sick at work.
So, after the first surgery, I had a second surgery at Chan's in Gainesville, which is a teaching hospital. Okay, and this is where they removed all the lymph nodes from my chest, abdomen, and pelvis. They slit me open from here down to here, moved my gizzards all around, stapled me back shut, and now you're in the hospital.
We've seen that. You remember that picture?
Yeah.
I saw it. Now you're recuperating, okay, and you get the nursing students. Now guys, if you meet a young female nursing student, the ideal setting is a bar. Not when she's about to pull an extremely long tube out of your manhood. And it's
So
her
strip
first-
club.
And it's her first time. So you're hoping when she's doing it, she's not picturing the UF football player that hit it and quit it the night before, leaving her behind the stadium pantyless. You know what I'm saying?
This kid's here.
So she tells me you're not very trusting, are you? And I say, well, you just told me it's your first time. I saw how you did the day before pulling the tube out of my nose, but contact down there is contact down there. Am I right, Elmer?
Hey! Hey!
Right.
Happy ending. He was your FTO too?
So then the other thing that they do
That was
for your
fun.
checkup is a CAT scan. And I've been doing this since 2008, but right before you go in for your CAT scan, they make you pay your insurance deductible right up front. Like, I'm going to take the CAT scan after all these years, run out of there and say, see you bitches, I'm leaving, you know? But they make you pay it. So, first they got all my lymph nodes, now they want my rent money too. Hey, I got the staff laughing, all right.
First one, Jeff.
That must have been a sincere.
Better turn it up some.
This is slightly not going according to plan. I think I'm going out of order a little bit.
Just getting on the next
Go
break.
for it.
So
Just go for it.
this murder convict is serving a life sentence.
That's a good segue.
There you go. There you go. Nice segue.
I'm going out of order. I'm on my toes.
You're fucking
He
awesome.
served 25 years of his life sentence and he breaks out of prison. Okay? And he breaks into this house where there's a young couple sleeping. And he ties the wife up to the bed and he ties the husband up to a chair on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, so
He leans right over the wife and it appears he's whispering in her ear and then he gets off quickly and he goes into the other room. So when he leaves, the husband kind of sneaks over. He's tied to his chair, and he kind of sneaks over to the wife, and he says, "Honey, listen, okay? He's been in prison for a long time. He's not seen a woman. It's okay to, you know, make love to him, pretend you like it. Don't fight him. Whatever you do, don't get him mad. Be strong, and I love you." So she's sitting there, and she finally wiggles. She gets the gag out of her mouth, and she says,
all gag.
"Honey, I'm glad you feel that way, because he wasn't kissing my neck like you might have thought he was. He was whispering in my ear. He says that you're very cute, and asked if we still keep the Vaseline in the bathroom. Be strong, and I love you too."
Yeah. Good jokes.
Nice.
That's a good
Nice.
Liking the
You know who liked that joke? This guy.
There's a little
I
kid
just
I'm
missed the
staring
bitch.
at. There's a kid I'm
The
staring at.
midget. He liked it.
There's a kid I'm staring at. So
prison sex is funny.
the other night, we're eating dinner at a restaurant, fine establishment, and the waiter's bringing out, you know, the meal one course at a time, and he brings me out my soup, and he's got his thumb in my soup. But I don't say anything. I let it go. Beck doesn't like if I start saying stuff to these people. So I let it go. Next, he brings me my coffee. His thumb is in my coffee. I still don't say anything. I let it go. Trying to be nice. Then he brings me my dinner, and his thumb is right in my mashed potatoes. I said, at this point, I can't take it anymore. I said, you know what? Why is it that every time you brought out a course from my meal, your thumb is right in my food? He says, man, I'm sorry, I banged my thumb the other day, and the doctor told me to keep it someplace warm and moist. I said, yeah, I got someplace you can keep it. He says, yeah, I do that in between courses.
Ah, that's awesome.
Subway.
No!
Eat fresh.
No!
There's kids
There's kids
here.
in here.
And my wife is here. There's kids and my wife here. Bad combination. So,
Eat fresh!
Subway.
there's no heckling allowed. There's a no heckling establishment. So, as many of you know, Beck and I are having a house built, and
Go house bill, yeah!
2x4s.
we just found out that my ex-fiance is building a house 4 doors down from us.
Woo!
No joke. The situation just speaks for itself. That's it. But have any of you guys tried to apply for a mortgage lately?
Yeah!
It's ridiculous. The amount of stuff you have to go through. Why is it such a drawn-out process? You have to submit your bank records to them because they want to make sure that terrorists are not donating money into your account. Like, that's a rampant problem. Like, you're going to watch CNN one night, and they're going to say, tonight on CNN, ISIS is helping middle-class Americans afford their dream house at a record rate.
Eat fresh.
I don't think that would happen, especially with a name like Cohen. I think I'm pretty much excluded from Hezbollah from the humanity campaign.
That really was funny.
You know, like you're going to get a letter in the mail that says, "Dear infidel, we think your country is trash and we hate your ways and we hope you all die horrible deaths. By the way, please accept this 4-bedroom as a token of our appreciation."
That one was too.
Not going to work, right? Also, as some of you know, I've been on this new nutrition plan. Okay?
Yeah!
Gotta mention it.
Zoom in
It's
on
designed to
protein
shed
shakes.
weight, and it's working great because my wallet is way lighter than before I started. Just kidding. It's a great plan. It's a great plan.
What's
I'm
the
kidding.
plan
I'm kidding. It might be. It
Yeah,
might
say it. Say it.
be. In fact, my afternoon snack usually consists of a kind bar, which my nutritionist husband also eats on a regular basis. But I don't think they're working for him. Here's a guy that rolls his eyes so quickly when you start talking to him, we've had to install speed bumps inside of his eyelids.
That's funny.
That's original.
That's funny.
Cohen special.
So this guy's in a restaurant.
Can I
and
grab
he's-
beer glass?
This guy's in a restaurant, and the server comes over and she says, "What can I get you?" He says, "I'd like a cup
I'll
of
order it
coffee."
right now and I'll have her hand it to me.
So the server brings him a cup of coffee, but she spills it on his lap. And he looks down, she says, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." He's like, "No, that's okay." And he starts sopping up his lap, and he says, "Is this regular or decaf?" And she says, "Oh, it's regular." He says, "Great, now this thing's gonna be up all night."
He's funny.
Hey.
I'm not gonna look at my notes, because now...
You're good.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
So I played in this golf tournament last weekend, which some of you also played in, and I was so terrible, so terrible. Everybody wanted to give me advice. Feet shoulder width apart. Keep your head down. Get a firm two-handed grip. And that was just at the urinal. I mean, come on. Before the match, the club pro saw me tape a couple of swings. He says, "I'm going to give you some great advice." I said, "Yeah, please, we're about to start." He says, "Try bowling." They asked me
Now I'm apparently serving.
They asked me what my handicap was. I said, "That's kind of personal, but what gave it away? Was it my helmet?" It wasn't that bad. We did pretty good, and it was best ball, so it was less stressful. So on the first tee, I shouted out, "Can anybody beat silicone?"
Ah, I see what you did there, yeah.
All right, let me see if I'm missing anything. Let me see if I'm missing anything.
You're good. You're good.
Eat fresh.
There'll be no Urban Dictionary.
I really want to hear the eat fresh. I haven't heard the eat
I can't say.
Oh, it's
I will laugh at that as a child.
bad. Do it.
As a child.
Hey, it's a bar. They shouldn't be in here.
I got one more.
Go ahead, one more.
Because when I did this is what I forgot to say in the beginning, what I wanted to say, but when I did this, when I was strongly encouraged / coerced to do this gig, okay, I thought to myself, what kind of comedian would I be? There's situational comics, observation comics, and I thought right away, you know, when everybody thinks of great comics, you know, 3 great comics that everybody thinks about, Adolf Hitler, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, just to name a few, you know. So I thought,
You rock that group.
I thought I'd try and mix it up a bit, you know.
You're Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah. I just forgot my.
Do the canoe one. Do the canoe one and
So, a little observational joke. Has anybody here ever come across anybody who is illegally blind? What's the deal with being legally blind? I never met anybody that had a criminal record for being blind without a permit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's guys sitting in a jail cell saying, "Man, what are you in for?" "Oh, I got arrested for WWID, walking while illegally blind." Funny thing is, I'm supposed to see the judge in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Jackasses.
I thought all this discussion about illegals in this country was over immigration. Turns out it's all these damn blind people. I got nothing else, guys. Thanks for... In 2 weeks, I'll be appearing live at the Dunkin' Donuts in Ocala.
good job, man.
It was a little out of order.
Excellent.
A little out of order.
You did good.
What do you want? Little out of order, but yeah.